Okay, here we are. We are going to tape my persuasion speech, and here's my audience. Aren't they excited looking?
Mason, sit up so she can see you.
There. Good, thank you. Okay, now I'm going to turn it back around and let her get that all set up for me. Okay. All right. My speech today is on animal abuse. I want to share with you some things I learned about animals in my research. How many people in the audience today own an animal?
I do.
I do.
Full crew. Okay. So, even if you didn't own an animal, would you want to see animals abused?
No.
Is that better? Okay. Well, different forms of animal abuse happens. The ones that I can't cover them all, so I'm going to discuss with you a few of the things I did find out. It's important to don't go to pet stores to buy your animals because they mistreat the mothers. I mean, they've come out of a pet mill, and it's important to have all of your animals spayed and neutered. And they really benefit your life because they are fun to have around, and when you're sad, they make you happy and everything like that. So, my whole family has always had cats, dogs, kittens. We live on a farm. We've had all kinds of animals. And when you go to like the store and you see these puppies and you think, oh, they're so cute. They're just adorable. Or these kittens are just so cute and adorable. Well, you don't see the puppies, how they're treated to get there. They're born in what we call a puppy mill, and a puppy mill has they want to make more money so they get as many puppy cages as they can. They're usually the wire cages where their little feet get in there and they can get it to where it's so bad that they can't walk. They have no human contact whatsoever. They're just fed and watered, and they're stacked up on top of each other, and unfortunately, the ones on the bottom have to live in the waste from the ones above them. So that's not a good thing at all. They just look at them as they're an animal commodity. They don't have any feelings for them at all. It's just money to them. And then I found out in my research that after about 5 years of these mother dogs, every time they go in heat, they would have to, they'd get pregnant. And they'd have babies, and about 5 years into this, and these dogs are broke down because they keep having all these babies, then they're not as worthy to be kept. They're more of a cost to the mill people. So they have them killed, and they replace them with younger puppies. So it shows that and then, according to the California Assembly Office of Research, they state that 48% of all the animals that go into pet stores are taken away from their mothers too early. They are not socially ready to interact with you, and they're sick. They may have tumors. They could have, kind of health problems. They could have cancer because they rush them so much in together because they're cuter when they're smaller. So the puppy mills take them away. They ship them to other states, and when they get to the state they're supposed to be at, then they leave them sit in crates until the pet store can get there to pick them up. So by this time, these little puppies and kitties, they're just like in total shock. So, you can help by not going to pet stores. When you want to go find a pet, take your time, go to shelters, go to humane societies and shelters. You can even get online on petfinder.com. That's where I got my dogs from. And they have all the shelters in the state that you're in listed, showing you all these different kind of dogs and tell you all about them. And they're all checked by veterinaries, and so they're all healthy. If you don't want to do it that way, you can go to like the SPCA. You can go to the humane societies in the area. You can talk to a veterinarian in the area, and they can tell you about some local breeders if you still want a full-bred breed. And they can help you locate those, and they'll be healthy animals instead of bringing them in from other states. If you want to help the cause, you can write letters to your congressman about animal rights. Not only is it dogs and cats, we're talking about horses and pigs and cows, the way they're treated and how they're slaughtered is, to me, very inhumane. And according to the North Shore Animal League of America, every 10,000 people born in a day, 70,000 puppies and kittens are born in the same amount of time. Now that's a lot of animals. When you think, that's like 7 animals for each person born. And we know that doesn't work too well. So with all these animals, these loads of animals we have, 7 million cats and dogs are killed in shelters annually because nobody wants to adopt them. And that figures out to about 71% of the cats that go in never get to come out, and about 55% of the dogs. As an example, I have a picture here of Rescue 101, and it shows a dog in a shelter saying, "Please come get me, I want to be with you." But the one I really want to show you is, this one. And this is a "Did you know?" And it's talking about, if you take an example, for instance, if you take an example of one female cat and her mate and all of her offsprings, this is what could happen. In 1 year, you'll get 12 cats. But if you notice, on 5 years, she'll get 11,800 cats. And if you want to, it makes it to 9 years, you got 11,606 cats. Now that is a lot, just because of one female that you didn't get spayed. So there's all kinds of places that you can go for low cost spade and neutering. And I mean, with the pet stores, you just don't want to go to them because, I mean, they're so mistreating these animals, it's barbaric. So remember to hit those shelters. Go to the shelters instead. There's really good, a lot of times you'll find full breed dogs and cats in there because for one reason or another they can't, you know, stay with the people they have to be with. So the Animal Society, the American Society of Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, has this phrase that they use, and we all know Bob Barker. He always said at the end of his program, "Help control the pet population, have your pets sprayed or neutered." That is so true. It doesn't take any time. Once you have it done, you're fine. Then you don't help increase that population. Not only will it help with taxes, because you won't have so many animals having to be picked up and handled, they won't have to euthanize so much, that's a cost. Though there's no reason for the senseless killing of these animals. So if you help stop it before it even begins, then that's the way you should work at it. And I hope, you know, that I've given you some insight about a little more on the pet population, how to help control it, and that you came across from got some good information. Thank you for your time.